Greetings, Mugblood. This is the Dark Lord, Lord Voldemort, telling you that if you do not subscribe to Last 256, I shall murder every last one of you. Avada Kedavra. Hello, people of YouTube. I'm your host, YS256, and welcome back to another episode of our series called What If Harry and Hermione Fell in Love? Let's recall what happened last time, shall we? Seeing it's been a while since we returned to this series. In the previous part, Harry had been transported to the knees. He'd been tied up by Wormtail, and Voldemort had been restored to his body. The Death Eaters then had arrived, and Harry and Voldemort had duelled. If you recall, we last left off with Voldemort crying at Harry, Avada Kedavra! And Harry crying back with love for Hermione in his heart, Expelliarmus! And this is where we continue our story today. Let's begin. We begin by the two beings, Harry and Voldemort, being hurled into the air. For you see, instead of their wands casting the spells they had anticipated, they had actually been flung into the air with a white magical string curling from each of their wands. And Harry could tell that the shock he had on his face was the exact same on his enemies. Do nothing unless I order you to, said Voldemort to his Death Eaters, who were circling around the both of them, Nagini in the background hissing at the ground, longing to devour Harry's body once he'd been killed by her master. The two then were holding onto their wands for dear life. Harry could feel his wand vibrating like mad and looked to see that Voldemort was doing the same. He held on it with all his might and forced the beam to go into Voldemort's wand. And it did so. And once the beam had gone into his wand, a magical white figure had appeared from inside. And Harry instantly knew who it was. It was his mother, who had came out of Voldemort's wand. She stared at Harry and told him to run. When I give the signal, my dear boy, you must run. Run back to Hogwarts and tell them what has happened. Harry nodded, and once his mother had given him the signal, he broke the connection and started to run. Voldemort gave orders to his deputies to give pursuit, and some of them did. But as he was running for the cup, Harry decided to take one more glance at his foe and try one time to take him down. He pointed his wand at his enemy and cried, Stupefy! Voldemort instantly then fell to the ground, and some of the Death Eaters ran to his aid. Most of them, in fact. They were worried about their master. Lucius Malfoy, on the other hand, decided he was going after the boy. He would make sure Potter wouldn't escape the graveyard. He was almost in reach. He almost grabbed Potter when suddenly, Stupefy! Cried from the voice of Severus Snape, as Lucius Malfoy's body fell to the ground. Snape was over Lucius, and pointing his wand at him, making incantations. He then turned to Harry as he was doing so. Run, boy! Get up here as fast you can! Harry was confused, and asked Snape why he was helping him. Go now, Potter! He said with a spick line on his face, his mouth in a deep, neutral line. Go now! I've altered Lucius's night. I think you were the one who stunned in. But you must leave now, Potter. The Dark Lord is awakening, and if you are still here whilst he awakes, then you'll be stuck here and at his mercy. Go now, Potter! Harry gave Snape a look. In that moment, there was a meaning of understanding between them, and Harry truly knew and understood in that moment that Snape was on their side. He ran for the cup and grabbed it. But as he was disappearing, he briefly saw that Voldemort had reawoken. Ah, Lucius. It seems that you weren't able to get to them, it seems. Ah, Severus. Nice for you to finally join us. My lord, said Snape. I'm afraid that the boy escaped before I could get to him and stop him from leaving. He also disarmed me and stunned Lucius. No matter. Once we've re-rallied, we will be able to go after the boy. I shall restore all of my other followers, the giants, and all of the Harabarina allies, including the Dementors, be on our side. And once we are ready, the Ministry and Potter shall fall. Meanwhile, back at the Hogwarts grounds, Harry fell at the front of the maze with the cup onwards, crowding students of Hogwarts who were celebrating his victory at winning the trial tournament. Harry ran looking for Hermione. Got to find Hermione! I've got to find Hermione! He said to himself. He ran into the castle and was about to turn around a corner when suddenly she was there. Oh, Harry, there you are! Well done, you did it! You won the tournament! She gave Harry a hug and a quick kiss on the lips. But her pleased look turned to fear at the look of his face. Harry, what's wrong? She asked her lover. Hermione, he said by grabbing her hand. He's back! Voldemort's back! What? Harry, what happened? How do you know this? Harry then told her that the cup had been a portkey, had been teleported to a graveyard, and how Wormtail had taken up and taken his blood, how Voldemort had been restored and the Death Eater had arrived, and how Snape had saved his life. We have to find Professor Dumbledore, Harry! The two then ran and were looking for Dumbledore when suddenly, Potter! Where do you think you're going? Said the barking voice of Mad-Eye Moody. Professor! We've got to find Professor Dumbledore! He's back, Professor! Voldemort, he's back! Is he really, Potter? Come with me, you two, he said with a smile on his face. They then entered Newton's office, and he then locked the door, ordering them to sit down. Tell me, Potter, what happened? Harry then told them everything. It's true, Potter. The Dark Lord is back. Harry nodded, but then was confused. Professor, why are you calling him the Dark Lord? That's something his followers call him. But I am one of his followers, Potter. I, in fact, the Dark Lord's most greatest followers. For it was I who caused you to be put into the Goblet of Fire. And I who brought you to him tonight. No, said Harry and Hermione together. It can't be, Professor. But it was me, Potter. Who was it who put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Me. Who was it that held you with the dragons? Me. Who held you with the maze? Me. It was all me, Potter. And it was I who brought you to the Dark Lord tonight. But it couldn't have been you, Professor, said Harry and Hermione together. Oh, but it is, Potter, and in more ways than you can ever understand. But no matter. It doesn't matter now, Potter. For once I've killed you, I shall be the Dark Lord's most greatest follower for all of time. Hermione is pleading with Professor Moody. Professor, please stop! You don't know what you're saying, said Hermione, and Harry could see on his disguise glasses and the Defoe glass that figures were coming to view. But Moody wasn't paying attention. Time to die, Potter, he said whilst pointing his wand at Harry. Avada! However, before the incantation could be completed, a red stunning spell flew through the doors that had bursted open, and Moody was flung onto the ground unconscious. Harry turned around to see who had done the spell, and saw that it was Professor Dumbledore, wand out and anger on his face. I think you can play this trick long enough. That is what we're doing things for right now. So if you guys enjoyed this next part, and when we return, we shall conclude the ending of Goblet of Fire and be moving onwards with the Harry and Hermione What If. Like and subscribe as always. Until next time, I'm your host YSO256, signing off.